It is Friday, February 3rd, 2012 at 2:54 a.m. Central Standard Time. I want to talk to you about the storm that we have in the Midwest. It started in probably mid to northern Texas and has now moved into Kansas. And it's moving fairly quickly. As you can see, we had some tornado watches earlier. Or actually they're in force right now around Oklahoma City area. And what I wanted to do is first go talk about an earthquake that happened yesterday on the 2nd at 13:34 UTC time, and it happened at Vanuatu. It was a 7.1 magnitude earthquake, and I'm going to try to connect the two. It's not going to be that easy, but first of all, let's go look at NextSat. One thing I wanted to mention about the NextSat is in order to get the pink and red low cloud detection, you have to go look for, over here, something that says that low cloud. See how this says low cloud? And that's the only way you're going to get this to show up. It's not one of the defaults. You have to go select it. And let me play this through. This is up in Alaska. And I'm going to go ahead and let it play through. And what I'm looking at is, see right in here, there's a hole that appears. I'm going to stop it and go frame by frame. Right up here is the time. And we're looking right in here. Right there. See how there's a dark area that shows up and like a hole? And this is at 13:31, which is at the same time as the earthquake. And I thought that was kind of interesting, and so I went to see where the HARP facility is located, because you really can't tell here. And you can see that here's a longitude latitude line here, and there's one here. This is 60 north, and these go in increments of 5, so this is 65. So this is at like about 62.5 where this hole is, and then I can't remember which is the, let's see, that's the longitude, and then the latitude is 160 west, 135, 40, 45, 50, 55. So this is also in increments of 5. So that would be at 135, 140, 145. This line right here. So 62.25 by 145. So I'll go over to Google Earth, and this is the HARP facility. And as you can see, it's at 62.25 by 145. So it's right at that area. Now, why it would make a hole in the clouds, I don't know. And also when I go over to look at the, well, let me come out a little more so you can kind of see where it is in Alaska. It's that green box right there. It's going out pretty slowly. And then that yellow outline is the state right here. Oops, I have to go in a little bit more right here. Outlines Alaska. So it's kind of like in this lower area. So going back to NextSat, you can see that right here. It's in that lower area. Here's the eastern boundary right here. So when I went and checked out the induction magnetometer, this is the HARP induction magnetometer at Gakona, Alaska, which is where we just were. And the thing is this doesn't seem to have any activity right at that time at 13:34, so 12. This is in increments of 2 hours, so this is at 14 UTC, so 13's here. So there would be something showing right here, I would assume, but for some reason there is not. So I'm not sure that that's a direct link, but in any case, do notice also though that we do get some action right here at 14. See, there's 15 and a half. So about 15:30, 14:30, 14:45 right here. And It goes along and it drops again. And if you go up here, you can click and get the last hour, last 3 hours, last 6, or last 12, and that's what I did over here. When you click on that, you get this. And what we're looking at, I think this is the last 12 hours. Yes. And you can hone it in and you can see a little better. The ticks are kind of hidden here though, down in this dark red area. But you can see it starts out and it drops, and then it drops again for the frequency, because up and down here is the frequency. And so I went to College of DuPage and checked out, this is the infrared satellite, the hemispheric products. We're looking at the infrared because that way you can see the nighttime also. And this is at 1345. So this is at the time of the earthquake in Vanuatu. And you can, this is where I actually first noticed the hole. You can see it right here. There's at 1345, so 1315. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's kind of, oops, I gotta do this. So something's pouring down here and pushing back up into here, and that seems to be where that hole appears, right here. And it gets bigger, and then we get this, what I call a satellite ring. And that, apparently it ends right here, but notice it's at the end of Texas here. So I'm going to zoom back out. And you can see that that's at 1445, which is where this spikes up. 14, 15, 14, 30, 1445, right here. And I think that would be right about here, right where this brighter line is. Let's go look here, see if we can match it up. 12, 13, 14, there's 15, 14, 30, 14, 45, right there. So whatever this is, this is when the activity started on the induction magnetometer. So when I went, well, let me go ahead and let this play all the way through. And you can see there's lots of flashing and bumping going on, but those are cutouts. And I'm not sure if they play into things or not. I haven't quite determined that. And there's also another set of rings, it looks like. I think it was at the beginning. Right there, going back. And there's two. There's one coming down this way, and there's one coming down this way. And that's at 6:45 UTC, and it's approximately, the other one came right at Texas, which is about halfway in between these two, which I found that interesting. But now going in and looking at Texas, this is starting at 14:15 UTC. Going forward, 31, 1445 is right here, and that's when that ring shows up. Now, looking on the bigger map, it looks like it comes in right in here, but when you look closely at this, you're going to see that it actually appears to come in here. See where the clouds are offset? You get this line of clouds here, but it goes zoom, jags up, back in. There's a little ring that comes right through here, and everything's just off one tick, or just a jagged line. See, this line cloud jumps up here now, and then it goes over there. So going back a couple, there's 1415, 1430, 1445 right there, and it continues across Texas here. Now unzooming, we're going to go ahead and continue forward. You can see how things kind of seems to intensify down in here. And here we're getting some splattering showing up, little dots. Here we've got little ripples showing up, little scalar type cloud ripples. Actually, I'm just looking down in here. There's kind of a Looks like something landed. And then down in here too. So this is between 1845 and 1901. Something, you can see this dot here. Let me zoom in. Right here, going back one. See, there's 3 dots there. There's one there now. It seems to be widespread. It's not just in one place. So unzooming. And then things really start getting agitated after that. War and Error did a video on the storm, and I'll provide a link to that below the video so you can kind of see. She caught that storm forming, and it formed very quickly. And it started right in here in Texas. I want to show you that jag a little closer up. I've got, let's see, this is West Texas, and this is 1415, 1431, 1445. You can see it right here, which I showed that to you earlier. But also I wanted to point out these little clouds right here. Watch going back before 1415, you can't see them. 1431, they're kind of here, and then they pull away and they get a tail on them. See that? And then they go back to normal, or get pulled that way at 1515. And I'll go ahead and click through here. Let's see if our little holes show up here. I'm not sure if they're included in this or not. Yeah, here it is, right here. Here we get the 3 of them. See all the little scalar type clouds in here? And all in here. And I can just click through here quick and show you that jag again close up. See right here? So moving over to Central Texas, where this is starting at 1415. And this is kind of interesting too, because it looks like, I don't know, slime on the water or something. See these strange outlines of the clouds? And this is right before that ring shows up. There's at 1431, 1445. Now it's harder to see, but it's right in here. When you don't have any straight lines, it's not as easy. But right here, see, here's the top half of the hole, and here's the bottom half. See how it's pulling everything over? So it's coming right in through here. And I'm not sure what this is. Those could be chemtrails, but usually the chemtrails are lighter instead of darker, unless there's taking moisture away from the clouds. I don't know what that would be. Let's see. Yeah, they're the frame before also. So this is 1415, 1431, 1445. So this is when that band comes through, the satellite ring. Yeah, see how this V, watch this V cloud. I'm going to go backwards. See it there? So it's moving up and through whatever that is, the darker area. Now it's right here. It's a 1601, moving up, and then kind of out of the clouds. So here you can see the agitation starting to show up again at 1701. Well, this is interesting. See this big S? Well, that would be a snake cloud for sure. Actually, it starts right here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. It starts right here, moves up into here, and up into here. Now it's got more heads, 2 heads. Goodness. Let's see how everything looks like someone just threw a bunch of rocks in the water. And again, here's the 1845 mark, kind of when it really goes crazy. 1901, 1915. Let me unzoom that and just play that through for you. A little bit slower. And then this is New Mexico, and the ring also shows up there. Here's it, 1445, and here's those little snaky clouds with the tails going back. I'm going to zoom in, and here's the ring right down in here. And you can see again where that's offset. I'll just go ahead and play this through. See all the ripples that show up? And here's the 1831 mark, which seems to be when things really start rising up, getting excited. And then here's Louisiana. You can still see the ring here, but just barely make it out. 1445. I had to look for it. And it's right in here. See, here's a circle, and here's the bottom of that circle, so it goes right up and through here. And I'll go ahead and unzoom and play that through too, just so you can see it. Let's go forward though. Go. And I've got these blocked out because it's nighttime. So anyway, there you have it. I hope that kind of tied it together. The hole in the cloud up on Nexat. Let's go look at that one more time. Well, maybe. There it is. It's right in here. And let me go ahead and let this play through also so you can see it starting over right now. You can see that there's pulsing going on here. There's, let me move down a little bit. There's kind of like a stream effect going here over, I'm not sure what this is here, because here's the Aleutian Islands, so, and there's a couple islands there, but there's almost there that everything's flowing over. You can see it. Maybe you can. There you go. And then it seems to be pushing down here and up into there. I'm going to zoom back out for you here so you can see the whole thing. And I'll get time on this loop. It goes from, you can see it right down here, from February 2nd, 2012 at 7:01 UTC through 2045 UTC. So anyway, there you have it. I know this is a long video. God bless you. Have a good rest of the night.